English short stories for beginners. 100 English short stories to improve vocabulary and learn English in a fun way. Learning English through short stories. Episode 8. Number 47. Vegan food. Maria knows that she needs to stay on a diet. She has read many diet cookbooks and does stretching exercise in the morning hours. She also has studied and experimented with many diet recipes, but a lot of recipes contain meat, which Maria tries to avoid. However, cooking takes a lot of time, and whenever possible she tries to find a healthy restaurant, as she doesn't want to cook every day. A good friend of hers told her about a good vegetarian restaurant. Maria tries the restaurant and finds the dishes delicious. Almost all of the dishes are vegetarian and some are even only vegan. After a short time, Maria has become a regular customer. Her favorite meal is a vegetable soup which is supposed to have no meat at all. One day, she asks the cook why the soup is always so delicious. As she wants to know the secret, the cook answers that she is always using chicken stock. Number 48. Evacuation. We are retirees and live in a nursing home. Last fall, we had a big storm. The storm was only the beginning. After it poured for days, the whole town became flooded. In the end, we had a power outage. The heating, electricity, and even the telephone was dead. At first, we took it lightly, but at night it got really cold with the temperature dropping below zero. It took 3 days until the buses arrived. They were supposed to evacuate us. To our surprise, the buses didn't pick up so. Instead, they stopped next door where there's a luxury resort. The rich people were removed first, and we were told they were able to charter the buses for a lot of money. We could not compete with the rates. When they left, the guests winked at us through the windows. We stayed in the nursing home, and fortunately after a few more days the neighbors and private individuals evacuated us one by one. Number 49. Working men. I used to work on construction site and I would call myself a construction worker. In those days, I had to carry a lot of heavy material, often bricks and cement. At times, I also had to clean asphalt manually with a broom. One day, a little girl approached me and asked me why I sweated so much. I told her, it's because I have to work so hard. But she continued by asking me, why don't I do anything else? I replied, because I am only qualified for heavy labor. Suddenly, my boss came and yelled at me, what are you doing? I am paying you to work, not to stand around. I replied, the girl was just asking me in an innocent question. What did she ask you? Why I was sweating so much enough? He said, we are not a daycare center. Move it. The next day I didn't return to work. I tried to find something else. Eventually, I found a good paying job cleaning sewers. The new job had one advantage. At least I didn't have to sweat that much. Number 50. Under the lamppost. Martin is studying in Paris and found a night shift job in a restaurant, although he is studying and working hard. He doesn't feel quite at home yet. One reason is that he doesn't have any social contacts. He is more of a dreamer and still has to figure out how to spend his free time. Every evening, when he comes home from work, he has to walk through a park. It is an empty large park except for a few runners. There are not too many people. It's a beautiful park with typical French lanterns and benches. One evening, Martin notices a woman standing by herself under a lamppost. She seems to be waiting for someone. Martin also thinks the woman is quite attractive. The next evening, the same woman waits again under the lamppost. At night, when Martin goes to bed, he still thinks of the woman. A very attractive woman with light makeup and high heels. The situation occurs again over the next few weeks. However, Martin is too shy to speak to her, although sometimes he wishes he had more courage to do so. On a Friday evening, Martin approaches the woman. Today, he is determined to talk to her. The woman receives him with a broad smile. She says, "Are you coming with me?" Number 51. My best friend. I have been friends with Rachel since high school. Now, 5 years later, we are still in regular contact even though we live in different cities. When it comes to important things in life, we are always supporting each other. We both still have plans to continue at a specific university. This will be a perfect way to support each other again. My strong sides have always been mathematics and physics, while my friend prefers languages and the arts. Somehow, I always know what she doesn't and the other way around. At times, we even support each other when we are anxious or upset. I had to calm her down a couple of times, especially when she had trouble with her boyfriend. The bottom line is that we have an indestructible friendship which I hope will survive anything. Number 52. Preparations. My name is Nico and next Friday I will celebrate my birthday in new employment. I am going to be 30 years old. In the morning hours, my family will come to visit me. My parents will come with siblings and grandparents. In the evening, I will meet all my friends as they all have received an invitation. Actually, I have invited them to stay for dinner as well. My mother is going to help me since I am a rather poor cook. She will prepare some chicken or meat and most importantly, she promised to bring a big cake. The cake must be decorated with 30 candles. I think it will be a custom-made cake from a bakery that also does artistic cakes. I heard that he doesn't accept all customers, which makes me smile. Anyway, this will be a really important birthday party for me. Number 53. Social media. My name is Nico. The most important aspect of my life to me is looking and feeling healthy. Being beautiful is also a part of my business. A few years ago, I started an online business where I sell cosmetics and perfume. To expand my business, I use different social media platforms to spread the message such as Twitter and Facebook. Additionally, I use powerful visual social media. My favorites are Instagram and Pinterest. I try to spread the word on how women can stay young and beautiful. Interestingly, I receive a lot of new virtual friends and it seems like everyone wants to connect with me. In the end, my customers also became friends or sometimes even business partners. I have never regretted going back to my old job as a sales clerk. My life, my friends, and my money are coming from my online business. Watch the continuation of the stories in the next video. Thank you so much for watching this far into the video. Remember to subscribe to the Mr. English channel and hit the bell icon to be notified when I post